This is Chris Videos. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. They'll all be down there in the description box. And I'm here to do my WWE Monday Night Raw November 7th, 2022 reviews. So here we go, discussing about tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. Now, they only got like one thing announced so far, which is going to be a lot of stuff, obviously. But the one thing that's announced, Seth Rollins will be defending the United States Championship in a open challenge. So yeah, that will be later on tonight. But we kick off the show with the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, Jimmy and Jay the Usos, and Solo Sikoa. So yeah, all three of them makes their way down to the ring, and they was talking about how they beat the Brawling Brutes at Crown Jewel, and now they're going to go to SmackDown and beat the New Day, and retain the titles and, become the longest reigning tag team champions. So yeah, and then they were saying that everybody's the twos and they're the ones, but while they were saying that, they get interrupted by the New Day. So yeah, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods make their way down to the ring. They started talking, and they started cutting some pretty good promos. The New Day and the Usos was cutting really good promos at each other. Now the New Day was talking about how they are going to make sure that the Usos do not beat their record of 483 days on SmackDown, how they will win back the tag team titles and all that. And then they started talking about pressure and stuff. They was talking about how the Usos didn't have to earn anything, how they came into WWE just because of their family and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what the New Day was saying. It was pretty good stuff, and they was all going back and forth, like I said. And then the Usos was talking about how the New Day don't know pressure because they gotta prove who they are in their family and all that stuff. So yeah, it was just really good stuff. I don't know how to explain it really, but you gonna have to go and check it out. It was pretty good promos back and forth, But yeah, while that was going on, we see Matt Riddle make his way down to the ring, and, Riddle just comes down just because the New Day was out there, because he wants to form a band with Xavier Woods, because him and Elias is forming a band, and he comes down with the bongs or whatever, and he's talking about how he likes to hit bongs, and he wants Xavier Woods to hit his bong, and then Xavier Woods smack the bong, and then Kofi Kingston, and he tells Solo, does he want to, and Solo just stares at him, and then he tells Jimmy, he goes like, you want to smack the bong, and then Jimmy starts playing around with it. He goes like, okay, that's enough. And then he goes up to Jay and talks about, you want to smack the bomb, and then Jay just smacked the shit out of it. And he goes like, you know what? I don't like you. You're just not very oozy. But you know what? Since there's three of us and three of y'all, how about let's have a 6-man tag team match? And then that's how we get the match underway. So yeah, it was the New Day and Matt Riddle versus the Usos and Solo Sikoa in the 6-man tag team match. And I believe this is the first time that we see the Usos and Solo Sikoa team up for the first ever time, all three brothers. So yeah, it was a 6-man tag team match. And it was a pretty good 6-man tag team match. At one point, we seen Jimmy Uso and Matt Riddle was the ones tagged into this match. At the ending, we see Jey Uso jump off with the Uso splash, but he gets caught in a triangle chokehold. But while that was happening, Jimmy jumps off the top turnbuckle with the Uso splash on the Matt Riddle. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, Xavier Woods breaks up the pin. That's when Solo Sikoa gets in the ring, and Jey Uso and Kofi Kingston. So yeah, they're all going at it, and they manage to get out of the ring. And then everybody starts laying each other out with some moves, and then we see Jimmy Uso hitting a suicide dive on Xavier Woods, and then Matt Riddle hits floating bro onto Jimmy Uso, grabs Jimmy. Jimmy starts fighting back actually, and then throws Riddle back into the ring, and then Jimmy gets on the apron, and then Riddle hits a DDT onto Jimmy off the second rope. He's setting up for the RKO, but while he's setting up for the RKO, Solo Sikoa quickly jumps on the apron and tags himself in. Jimmy Uso gets hit with the RKO by Riddle. Solo Sikoa gets in the ring, turns Riddle around, and then hits spinning Solo onto Matt Riddle, and then pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, the Usos and Solo Sikoa defeated the New Day and Matt Riddle tonight in the 6-man tag team match. That's what happened. Really good match, though. I'll give that match 3.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was a really good match to kick off Raw, So yeah, really good stuff. But then after that, they started showing the stuff that happened at Crown Jewel and all that. So amazing show too. So yeah, go check that out. Definitely the main event. That main event was amazing between Roman and Logan. But yeah, up next we're gonna be seeing Baron Corbin and JBL. So yeah, that will be up next. Bye. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. But before that one-on-one match happened, we got JBL make his way down to the ring. He starts talking junk to all the fans like he usually does. You know his thing. And he introduces the modern-day wrestling god, Baron Corbin. So yeah, Baron Corbin makes his way down to the ring, and then Cedric Alexander was his opponent. So yeah, they was going one-on-one, and it wasn't a bad match. There was actually a really cool spot at the end. So yeah, Baron Corbin was taking control of this match and stuff while JBL was on commentary, and Corbin was doing pretty good. He's laying in some clotheslines and stuff. Cedric fighting back a little bit, and they actually go outside to the ring, brawling and stuff for a little bit. But then Cedric starts taking control of this match, throws Corbin back into the ring, and then he gets like halfway into the ring, like he gets his foot onto the bottom rope, and he usually springboard like into like a flatliner or whatever. But when he springboard, he got caught into the end of days, which looked really nice. I like the ending. And then Corbin pins him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Baron Corbin defeated Cedric Alexander tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. For that match, I'll give it 1 star. That's what I'll give it. But it was a really cool ending to the match of how Cedric went into the end of days, you know. Just really cool stuff. But it looks like up next, we're going to be seeing Seth Rollins delivering his United States Championship Open Challenge up next on Raw. So yeah, it looks like that'll be happening. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we see the United States Champion Seth Rollins make his way down to the ring. And then, of course, the fans is, singing along with his song and all that stuff. And then he says, it's time for the United States Championship Open Challenge. And then he gets interrupted by Finn Balor, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley, the Judgment Day. So yeah, the Judgment Day interrupts him. Finn Balor was the only one that got into the ring. Everybody else standing at ringside. And Balor was talking about how he got some unfinished business with Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins cost him some gold a few years ago. So yeah, that's what Finn Balor was saying. Seth Rollins was just laughing and all that stuff. But then while they was talking, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson, the OC comes out. They get into the ring. The Judgment Day gets into the ring, except Rhea Ripley. She stays out. And Styles was saying that we do got backup. And then all of a sudden we see Mia Yim making her return, attacking Rhea Ripley, pushing her into the ring post and stuff. Both of them going at it and stuff. So yeah, Mia Yim made a return, and she's teaming up with OC. The OC was brawling with the Judgment Day. We see Luke Gallows going over the announce table with Damian Priest. All of them going at it, and then at one point we see Finn Balor trying to escape and stuff, but then Carl Anderson slams his face down on the mat and stuff, and he gets back into the ring, quickly got back out. And then we see Dominic Mysterio try to hit like a Hurricane Rana onto AJ Styles, but Styles catches him and hits the Styles Clash onto Dominic Mysterio, and then the Judgment Day had dragged Dominic out the ring. So yeah, that's what happened. Mia Yim makes her return back on Monday Night Raw, teams up with the OC, and it looks like we're going to be seeing the OC and Mia Yim versus all 4 members of the Judgment Day soon. So yeah, it looks like that's going to be the plan now. But yeah, it was great to see Mia Yim make her return back on Raw. But the only bad thing is like we didn't get the United States Open Challenge. So yeah, that's the only bad thing about it. But yep, that's what happened there, and it looks like up next we're going to be seeing Elias versus Otis 1-on-1 up next. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, now we see Seth Rollins backstage. He's walking and stuff, but then we see him get an interview backstage, talking about the United States Championship Open Challenge, and Seth Rollins says that the people deserve it and he'll have one later on tonight. So yeah, that's what Seth Rollins said, and it won't get interrupted this time. But then we get to the match. It was Elias versus Otis with Chad Gable at ringside. Yeah, and we get the match underway, and it was a pretty good, okay match. At one point, like, Elias was going to win this match, and we hit that jumping knee to the face on the Otis. He pins him, but Otis barely kicking out at 2, and then Elias climbs up the top turnbuckle. Gable gets on the apron, and then he jumps off with the knee onto Gable, and Gable falls off, but it was botched, like he missed him, so, yeah. But then Otis comes up from behind him, hits him in the back of the head, picks him up, hitting the world's strongest slam onto Elias, and then pins him for the 3 count. So yeah, Otis defeated Elias tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened. For that match, I'll just give it 1 star. I'll give it 1.5 stars. That's what I'll give it. It was okay. But then after that, we see Byron Saxton interviewing the Judgment Day, and Finn Balor was talking about how, the OC thinks he solved the problem. They didn't solve nothing because they got 99 problems now. So yeah, that's what he said. And then Damian Priest was talking about how the OC will fall and the Judgment Day will rise. And then Dominic Mysterio was talking about his mommy and stuff like that. Rhea Ripley was like, okay, I got this under control. They think they can handle us, but they can't. It doesn't matter who they bring, but nobody can handle us. So yeah, that's what Rhea Ripley was saying. But then they started walking away, and then Rhea Ripley runs into Bianca Belair, and she says, "What's up, champ?" And then Bianca walks away. But yeah, that's what happened there. Okay segment. But yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Monday Night Raw. See you guys later until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, they showed a video of what happened earlier today with Damage Control and Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss and Asuka brawling and stuff outside, whatever, earlier today before they made it into the arena where Raw started. So yeah, but yeah, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka makes their way down to the ring, and they said that they seen the stuff that happened at Crown Jewel, where she was the last woman standing, but then plans didn't go as planned because of what happened to Alexa Bliss and Asuka. And she says that she got something to say and she wants Damage Control to come out there so she can say it to their faces, you know? So yeah, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky, Damage Control makes their way down, and then Bianca starts talking. Damage Control kept on interrupting and stuff, talking to him, talking about, like, we don't care if you're the last woman standing and all that, but we took away the tag team titles from Alexa Bliss and Asuka, and Alexa Bliss was talking about, like, if it wasn't for Nikki Cross, you wouldn't ever won the match. So would you? And then all of a sudden they all three starts brawling and stuff, going at it, but then Bianca Belair and all of them was taking the upper hand. They got Damage Control knocked out the ring, and then Bianca grabs the mic and she says, "You didn't hear what I got to say, and how about this? Us 3 versus y'all 3 at War Games." And that's what she said, but then all of a sudden she gets attacked from behind by Nikki Cross. Damage Control gets back into the ring, brawling with all 3 of them, beating them down and stuff. We see Bayley laying out Bianca with the rose plant. Nikki, Io Sky and Dakota Kai grabs Asuka and throws her into the ring post, laying her out. And then Nikki Cross picks up Alexa Bliss, puts her on the top turnbuckle, and hits a swinging neck breaker onto her off the top turnbuckle. So yeah, that's what happened there. And it looks like Nikki Cross is teaming herself up with Damage Control now. So yeah, we don't know what's going on there, but we got to see still. But yeah, that's what happened there. But later on tonight on Raw, we will see Seth Rollins defending the United States Championship in an open challenge later on tonight. So yeah, see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was Shelton Benjamin versus Mr. Money in the Bank Austin Theory. Now the reason why this match is happening because Theory and Benjamin had like a backstage argument or whatever, having an argument backstage. Now Theory was talking about, like, when was the last time you beat somebody, and Benjamin was like, good question. How about I beat you tonight? And that's why this match is happening. But it was a pretty good match or whatever, going back and forth and everything. At the ending, Austin Theory was on the top turnbuckle. Shelton Benjamin climbs up there with him, but then we see Theory gouging Benjamin's eyes, and then he gets down, picks Shelton up onto his shoulders, and then hits A-Town down onto Shelton Benjamin, and then pin him for the 1-2-3. So yeah, Austin Theory defeated Shelton Benjamin tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's what happened for that match. I'll give it 2 stars. That's what I'll give it. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then after that, we see The Miz walk into the ring because up next he will be taking on Johnny Gargano one-on-one up next on Raw. So yeah, that match is supposed to be happening up next, and later on tonight we will see Seth Rollins doing his United States Championship Open Challenge on Raw as well. So yeah, see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, now we see The Miz make his way down to the ring because up next he got a match against Johnny Gargano. But before that match, he starts talking about how he's been talking to like an attorney or whoever to fix his problems, to sue Johnny Gargano for defamation and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what he was saying. He says that everything they did was never planned or anything like that. It's just Dexter Lumis is just a lunatic and all that stuff. And Johnny Gargano keep on trying to falsely lie on his name and all that stuff. So yeah, that's what Miz was talking about. But then Johnny Gargano comes out and he starts telling Miz, like, Miz, I got a few things to tell you. Miz was like, what? And Gargano was like, remember that person you said you was talking to? Yeah, that was a private investigator that I hired. And she was wearing a camera, and we got the clip, actually, so let's play it. And then all of a sudden you see the clip, and you see Miz at the dinner table or whatever, with that woman, and, she was like, okay, tell me everything that you was talking about. And Miz was like, the stuff with Dexter Lumis? Yeah, I did all that. I'm the one that planned him to act like he kidnapped me and all that stuff, so I planned it all. So yeah, that's what Miz was saying, and Miz got pissed, and then we get the match. So yeah, Johnny Gargano versus Miz. It was a pretty good match. We get to the ending where Miz was standing outside the ring. Gargano hits a suicide dive onto him, but then Miz grabs him and pushes him into the announce table, throws Gargano back into the ring. Miz trying to get back into the ring, but then he gets hit with a drop kick, getting knocked off the apron, and then Miz acted like he got, that Dexter Lumis grabbed him and pulled him underneath the ring, acting like it, but he quickly comes right back out from underneath the ring with a turnbuckle piece, and then he tells the referee, come and check underneath the ring, and while the referee's checking underneath the ring, getting distracted by that, Gargano comes up behind Miz, and then Miz hits Gargano in the face with the turnbuckle piece, gets into the ring, and then pins him for the 3 count. So yeah, the Miz defeated Johnny Gargano tonight on Raw. That's what happened for that match. I'll give it 2 stars. That's why I'll give it. It was an okay match. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then after the match, we see Dexter Lumis coming up chasing after Miz and stuff. So yeah, that's what happened there as well. Pretty funny stuff. But then we get to a segment backstage where we see Damage Control talking to Nikki Cross, and Dakota Kai was telling Nikki Cross that she understands her and all that stuff, that she felt lost and all that. So yeah, that's what she was saying. But she said that she don't gotta wait long because tonight she will beat Dana Brooke for the 24/7 title. So yeah, that match will be happening up next. Nikki Cross versus Dana Brooke for the 24/7 championship up next on Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing to happen on Monday Night Raw, it was a one-on-one match. It was Nikki Cross with Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky, Damage Control at ringside. Now Bayley was on commentary for this match, and Nikki Cross was taking on the 24/7 champion, Dana Brooke, for the 24/7 championship. So yeah, that was this match, and it was, whatever. Nikki Cross dominated majority of this match, beating down Dana Brooke and stuff. At the ending, she headbutted Dana Brooke in the stomach, picks her up, puts her feet onto the top ropes, and then hits a swinging neck breaker off the top rope onto Dana Brooke, and then pinned her for the 3 count. So yeah, Nikki Cross defeated Dana Brooke and has won the 24/7 championship. That's what happened for that match. I'll just give it a half of a star. That's what I'll give it. But yeah, that's what happened there. And then Bayley comes up giving Nikki Cross the 24/7 championship. But yeah, and then they announced, like, at Survivor Series that it will be Damage Control's team versus Bianca Belair's team. So for right now, it will be 5-on-5. Damage Control and Nikki Cross needs one more member now, and then they would take on Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and they need 2 more members. So yeah, that will be the War Games match at Survivor Series. But up next, we're going to be seeing the United States Champion Seth Rollins defending the United States Championship in the Open Challenge up next on Raw. So yeah, see you guys later. Until then. So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, now before I talk about everything else, we got to talk about the segments from beforehand, so let's go ahead and get down to it so we can quickly talk about the main event. So we see Nikki Cross. She won the 24/7 championship from Dana Brooke a while ago, and she's walking backstage with Damage Control. Well, she's staring up in the sky, and all of a sudden, she just throws away the 24/7 championship. So it looks like the 24/7 title was no more at this point. And on that, she missed a trash can. So that was pretty funny right there. So the 24/7 title was no more. It was supposed to go into the trash can, but she missed it, and yeah, it just hit the ground. So that's what happened. Bye bye 24/7 title. But yep, that's what happened right there. And then after that, we see AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, the OC, and Mia Yim get an interview backstage. And Mia Yim was talking about how it's great to be back on Raw and that she's going to be helping the OC take down the Judgment Day. And then they was like, yeah, let's go ahead and go get some drinks. And Mia Yim's like, I'll go ahead and buy it. Styles was like, don't buy it because you're just going to be spending a lot of money. And then she was like, I'm okay with it. So yeah, that's what happened there. But then we get to the last match or segments of the night. So we see the United States Champion, Seth Rollins. He comes out, and he's about to deliver the United States Championship Open Challenge. He starts talking about how he's grateful for the fans and stuff, which is wild. Talking about how this month counts the 10 years that he's been on the main roster, which is freaking fantastic with the Shield being on the main roster for 10 years, at least 2 of them. But yeah, that's what he was talking about. He was talking about how he's made the championship relevant once again, and how he's been a great United States champion. But then he says, let's go ahead and get down to business since I got rudely interrupted earlier. Let's go ahead and start my United States Championship Open Challenge. And then all of a sudden he's waiting for his first opponent to come down, and Mustafa Ali pops up on the big screen. He's talking about how he is going to be the one to accept Seth Rollins' U.S. Open Challenge. And then all of a sudden he gets attacked. He's getting beat down and stuff. We don't know who it is because that person straight up grabbed Mustafa Ali and just starts beating him down off camera. And then it was Bobby Lashley. So yeah, he pops up. I guess he's a heel now, or a tweener. I don't know. But yeah, he pops up and he's talking about how he's going to be the one taking on Seth Rollins for the United States Championship since he took it away from him. 2 reasons. Number 1, it was because of Brock Lesnar, and number 2 is because of Seth Rollins. So yeah, that's what Bobby Lashley was saying. But then Mustafa Ali was trying to fight back and stuff, but Bobby Lashley beat him down once again. So yeah, that's what happened there. And then we was going to get to the match, Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship. Lashley comes out, but he quickly starts attacking Rollins, throws him over the top rope and stuff. Before the match even starts, the match don't even start at all. He's beating down Seth Rollins outside the ring, picks him up on his shoulders, running him into the ring post and stuff, beating him down. At one point, he was trying to spear him through the barricade, but Rollins starts fighting back after he hits a super kick onto him. And then Rollins trying to hit a pedigree onto Lashley, but Lashley hits a back body drop onto him. A bunch of referees and officials and stuff was trying to stop him, but Lashley picked him up on his shoulders, runs him into the ring post again, and then picks him up and slams him through the announce table. And then Lashley starts walking away, and then we see Austin Theory come out. And Austin Theory was going to cash in his Money in the Bank contract. He grabs Seth Rollins, throws him back into the ring, cashing it in. So yeah, we get the main event. It was Austin Theory versus Seth Rollins for the United States Championship, with Austin Theory cashing in the Money in the Bank briefcase. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it. So we get to the match. As soon as the match starts, Theory hits a big old forearm onto Rollins, pins him, but Rollins barely kicking out too. He's trying to do everything to beat Rollins. At one point, he actually hits a pedigree on Rollins, and Rollins barely kicking out too. He's doing a lot of things to beat down Rollins, but then we get to the very ending of this match where we see Austin Theory having enough. He gets on the apron. He tries to jump in, try to do that drop kick or whatever, but he gets hit with a super kick by Rollins, and then Rollins hits another one onto him, and then he was setting up for the curb stomp, but Theory quickly reverses it into picking him up on his shoulders, hitting A-Town down onto Rollins, pins him 1, 2. The referee got drugged out the ring. So yeah, the count stops, and it was Bobby Lashley. He came back for more. So he pulled out the referee, grabs Theory because Theory starts calling him an idiot and stuff, telling him what the hell does he think he's doing. Lashley grabs him, starts beating him down and stuff, throwing him into the barricade, picks him up on his shoulders, runs him into the ring post, just beating hell out of Theory, locks on the hurt lock, made Theory pass out and throws him down. Referee gets back up, referee gets back into the ring, starts counting Austin Theory out. Austin Theory barely making it in the ring by the count of 9, but as soon as he got back into the ring, he gets hit with the curb stomp, and then gets pinned for the 3 count. So yeah, Seth Rollins defeated Austin Theory for the United States Championship tonight on Monday Night Raw. And Austin Theory lost the Money in the Bank briefcase. And that's what happened. And yeah, I mean, it's great that Seth Rollins is a United States champion. I guess you could say that title's meaning more since there was a Money in the Bank briefcase cash-in kind of on it. And he was unsuccessful, like, what, the fourth person? Yeah, he's the fourth person. Yeah. Cena was the first, Damian Sandow, Baron Corbin, Austin Theory. So, yeah, Austin Theory is number 4 for being unsuccessful cashing in. And, yeah, he never tried to cash in on Roman Reigns or anything because he would have lost. And, yeah, maybe this is Austin Theory getting buried. But, hopefully that ain't the case. I mean, he wasn't ready, let's be honest. If he would have cashed in, he isn't ready for the world title, you know, which I completely understand. But he should have held the briefcase, longer, or try to cash in on the NXT Championship like he teased a few weeks ago. Maybe that could have happened, but they didn't went with that route at all. So he tried to cash in on the United States Championship and lost that opportunity. But yep, that's what happened there. We don't know if Bobby Lashley's a heel or babyface. Austin Theory lost the briefcase, and Seth Rollins is still the United States champion. But yeah, that's what happened. Good shit though. I'm not even gonna lie. For the match and everything else, I guess everything combined with this segment with the U.S. title, I have to give it 3.5 stars. That's why I'll give it. But for match of the night, I gotta say it was that 6-man tag team match from earlier. I would say that was a pretty good match with the New Day and the Usos and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, that's been my Monday Night Raw reviews. Like, subscribe to Team W Wrestling on YouTube, subscribe to my other channel, Word of Chris, and subscribe to this channel, Chris Videos, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and both of my TikToks. It'll all be down there in the description box. And yeah, I'll see you guys later for this Wednesday's AEW Dynamite reviews. See you guys later until then.